Guys, this is Schumacher Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to kick off a new series, a new series, a new series. Don't worry, guys. I'll still do. I'm still doing the Big Bang Theory, but this is my first review of an ABC slash Disney Plus slash Hulu series, but mostly Disney Plus and ABC. Second ABC Disney Plus series. Now, and I think you know the name of it, Modern Family. Now, Modern Family consists of three unique families, but one single big family. Name the Pridgett's. Name the Pridgett's, but they're separated. They're split up. So here we go, guys. So with that being said, here we go. The first episode, which is this one, is called, at least for me, Cabin Mitchell's Sweet Pho, like the soup, pho, rice, sweet pho, rice puff, and old FIFA love. Yes, old FIFA love. So here we go, guys. I love this first episode because we get to get introduced to the three families. First, we have Cam and Mitchell. Now, Cam and Mitchell are members of the members of the LGBT community, which I love, which I like. That this awesome and funny series was the first, I think, first comedy series or mockumentary comedy series to focus on a pride couple. Now, let's go let's go with Cam and Mitchell, just to give you a little update on a little background on Cam. Now, Cam is from Mizzou, to be more specific, Kansas City. Actually, the actor who plays Cam, his name is Eric Stonestreet, and he's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. Kansas City Chiefs. So I bet you, maybe this will happen, that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will invite him to their future wedding. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to make it happen. So Cam is from Missouri. He's very dramatic. While Mitchell is the son of Jay Pritchett. Now, just like Cam, he's into the three. He's very dramatic, but he's dramatic to a lower level of dramatics, unlike Cam. But they complement each other very well. Since they can't have a child of their own, they decided to go through the adoption route, and this is where they decided to go to Vietnam, not just to visit Vietnam, which is awesome, but to adopt a little baby named Lily. And they're bringing Lily back from Vietnam with them for the first time. And of course, Mitchell and Cam have already done have already written the adoption documents. So that's about it. Oh, and one more thing. Jay and the rest of the family do not know that Cam and Mitchell adopted Lily. Now let's go to Jay and Gloria. Now Jay is played by the great comedian actor from Married with Kids or Married with Children, Ed O'Neill, Mr. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, I believe, guys. You can check me on that. And of course, Gloria is played by one of my Latin sisters and actors and 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 actresses, Sofia Vergara. Now Sofia is married to Jay, who's about 68, and she's about 38, I believe. You can check me on that, guys. And by the way, Gloria and Jay have to raise Gloria's son, and very romantic, very eloquent, and not a single bone of toughness of Manny. And obviously, Gloria, just like Sofia, is from Colombia. And then we have the Dumfies. the Dumfies. Phil and Claire Dunphy, which are now Claire is the Jay's daughter, and Phil is her husband. Now Phil is the cool dad. Phil is the cool dad. He knows all the tech slang that we know and love, which I myself don't know a lot, but I try. And they have three kids, three wonderful kids. Luke, who is curious. He's curious. Being curious is he's curious, but he's not good in school. But he's curious. He has an exploratory mind. Now, Alex, who's the middle child, she is into theater, music, and she's a smart one. Meanwhile, Haley is the popular kid, the popular girl in school. Basically, nerds like me couldn't hang out with her because she would give us the talk to the hand, and she loves she eventually dates an 18-year-old boy named Dylan. which I'll get to here in a little bit. So that's about it. So in this episode, Manny, who is playing soccer, at this in this episode, decides to quit the game and quit the well not quit not quit the game well quit the game quit the game of soccer and stop playing soccer after the game, but he gets distracted. Manny gets distracted, and because of his distraction, over 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 a girl, and he's sick, and he's 11. He's 11, and the girl that he likes or that distracts him in the middle of his soccer game. She's 16, and obviously all of his teammates, all of Manny's teammates, blame him for losing the game, which they lost 6-0. That's a steel chair beating. If we're talking about WWE in WWE terms. So what happens next? Okay, Gloria, like us, like many Latin, just like in Guatemala, we're very passionate. We're very passionate about our sports, but the one that has our passionate focus the most is soccer, and so Gloria screams her head off, cheering on Manny, and she gets into a vocal smackdown with one of the other moms of Manny's teammates. Then a dad from another Manny's teammate says, "Good job, my name is so and so." And when this guy tries to kind of hit on Gloria, Jay stands up, but before tries to stand up from his folding chair. But before that, this guy says to Gloria, sorry to bother you and your dad. And obviously Jay says, "Hold up a moment. I'm her husband. And Jay tries to get up, but his body is fighting with the chair, fighting with the chair, fighting with gravity, and gravity's not letting him fully stand up from the folding chair. Now let's go to Claire and Phil in the Dumpties. Now, Haley says to Claire Claire alone that Dylan is coming to the house to study, and Claire, being the concerned mom, but also being nosy, the good type of nosy, guys, says, how old is Dylan? And what grade is he in? And Haley says, he's a senior. he's a senior, and Claire is like to Phil, honey, Haley, Haley, hey, hey, Haley invited an 18-year-old senior named Dylan to hang out with her. And of course, Haley is like, you're. I shouldn't have told you guys. Going to. You're going to. You're going to act. You're going to act extremely embarrassing, and you're going to blow this out of proportions, and you're going to embarrass me. So after Dylan comes in, Phil tries to connect with them. What's up? What up, Big D? What up? What up, D Money? What up, D Money? What up, D Money? And obviously, Claire is like seeing this, and she's like, no, Dylan is an 18-year-old boy who my daughter likes, who is 15, by the way, and I don't like how Dylan looks. And by the way, guys, Dylan isn't a man. Isn't a man. So what does Claire do? Tries to stop Haley from hanging out with Dylan in a room. And as a concerned parent, which I'm not, I could imagine what Claire was thinking when she heard that Haley and Dylan were hanging out in her bedroom. But they were hanging out and studying. But Alex, who loves to mess with everyone in her family, meaning her mom and dad, well, her mom in this case, and her siblings, meaning Haley and Luke. So Alex basically says to Claire that Haley and Dylan are hanging out in her bedroom, and obviously being intuitive that she is, because she's smart, she says to Claire, to her own mother, to her mom, that I heard that the last girl that went up to her room with her boyfriend, she ended up with a small pack. She ended up with a small package. If you know what I mean, guys. If you know what I mean, guys. And that freaked out Claire. Meanwhile, for Luke and Alex, just by themselves, Luke accidentally shot Alex with his BB gun. And obviously, Phil and Claire had a rule for Luke: if he were to shot someone by accident, or any kind of incident involving his BB gun, he would get the same payback, but from a responsible adult. So the time was set. 4:15 was Luke's punishment. And Phil was about to, pull the trigger. But he saw Luke wearing heavy clothes, 7 pairs of underwear, 7 pairs of underwear to soften the blow of the BB shot. So Phil didn't shoot, but didn't shoot Luke, but Phil accidentally was trigger happy. What I mean trigger happy is that he shot himself in the foot, and he shot Dylan accidentally. And Phil blew his back out. Blew his back out. On top of all this. And he had to be carried by the enemy. By the enemy, meaning Dylan. To the couch. Now let's go back to Cam and Mitchell. Now, since Mitchell hates to be criticized by his family, and most by his dad, meaning Jay, he loves to hold stuff in, especially this type of big news that he and Mitchell adopted Lily from Vietnam, which is awesome. But Cam knew this, so behind Mitchell's back, he invited the rest of the family over to hear the big news and rejoice. And Mitchell was like, Cam, why did he do this? And Cam was like, I had to. You are an avoider. This is big news for us. This is good news for us, Mitchell. Lily is the new member of our family, which includes your family too. Anyway, guys, now let's go back to the Manny situation. Now, since Manny decided to quit soccer entirely over this girl, he decided to write her a poem, a very, very deep poem with very deep loving words. And again, she was 16. She is 16. But tragically for Manny, his 16-year-old dream girl had a boyfriend, and she gave Manny a portrait of himself as an old-time sheriff with a mustache. And as for Jay, he couldn't stand the fact that the guy that was trying to lightly hit on his wife, meaning Gloria, at the soccer game, thought that he was Gloria's father. So, and by the way, guys, uh, Jay was wearing a tracksuit, a red, a red tracksuit. So as they were walking, as they were walking the mall after being after trying to console Manny, mostly Gloria, mostly Gloria, Jay was stopped by the security guard at the mall and said all the walkers need to step aside and walk on their side. And that's when Jay lost it. Jay was like, he didn't say a word, so he decided to buy awesome clothes, hip clothes, not a tracksuit again. And this is where, and then the gang went to Mitchell and Cam's house to hear the big news. But just like I said, Jay 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 was not Jay could be critical of Mitchell and of Cam, meaning of both. So Mitchell says in the episode in his interview with the camera crew of the show that my dad can't stand or can't see me being lovey dovey, being all romantic all romantic all romantic all romantic with Cam. He knocks the door 3 times just to make sure that I'm not being romantic with Cam. So after this explanation, you get why I said what I said. So guys, the night has come, or the time has come. Mitchell tells all the family that he and Cam have adopted Lily. But then Claire says, Mitchell, are you sure this was the right move for you just for you? Because you can't stand kids. You lose your mental balance, you lose control. And Mitchell rightly so gets offended, gets offended, but fights back in a funny way. And then Alex acknowledges, where's Uncle Cam? And Mitchell says, thank you, Alex. At least someone acknowledges that Cam is my boyfriend and doesn't criticize my relationship with him. And since Cam is into the theatrics, just into theater and very dramatic, he doesn't like to do normal and boring announcements. So he comes up with a awesome funny plan of announcing that he and Mitchell adopted Lily by playing the circle of life and carrying little Lily like Rafiki did with Simba. After seeing this, after seeing Lily in person for the first time, all the family says, "Congrats! Congrats! 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 Congrats, you guys!" Then after that, Jay walks back his comment and his criticism over of Mitchell and Cam of adopting a baby. Then 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 Jay says to Mitchell, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry to both you and Claire. I'm trying to be a better father. Be a better father slash stepfather, but I still mess up, but I'm working on it. Now, give me my new granddaughter. Now Lily's a Bridget. She's one of us, and that's how this wonderful episode ends. Now, before this episode ends, Jay gave a wonderful last good advice. Good advice speech. But he comes up with the good advice from the love letter that Manny wrote to the 16-year-old girl that he got crushed by. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to get updated on my videos of the Big Bang Theory and now Modern Family, don't doubt and hit that notification and tap that notification bell. And if you want to expand your time here on my channel, don't doubt and subscribe. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and until we modern again. Bye. Before I officially go, if you see the letters MF, I mean Modern Family. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and until we modern again. Bye.